In 2022, I got a band 6 in every one of my 5 subjects and scored an ATAR above 95. How did I do this? How did I manage my time between 5 subjects and put effort into all of them so that I could get the best results in all of them? Look, I used to struggle myself with this, and it was through trial and error that I was able to finally find the solution. And now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you this formula that I use so that you too can get a band 6 in every subject. So let's not waste any time. Let's begin. Number 1, mindset. I've said this a million times already, but your mindset is literally the foundation of your success. If you have a poor mindset, you're going to get poor results, no matter how good you study, no matter how good your time management techniques are, and no matter how productive you are. Your mindset has a massive influence on you. So let's begin with that. See, when I was in year 11 especially, the one thing that held me back was the idea of this subject's not for me. For example, maths, I used to always tell myself, I've never been good at maths. I don't like numbers. I hate algebra. And all these type of sayings and expressions, even though you might think it doesn't do anything, it actually has a profound effect. See, because I told myself that I hated maths and I was never good at it, I was setting the limit of not being able to get a band 6. So I want you to think and ask yourself, do you say these type of things? I hate English. I've never been good at this subject. Because if you are, believe it or not, you are subconsciously limiting yourself from achieving the best possible marks. So I want you right now to completely forget about the past and how you've done on particular subjects. You know, the biggest thing I see with the students that I mentor is that they come up to me and they say, oh, I just hate science subjects. Why do you hate science subjects? Oh, because I in year 10 and year 7, I used to do so bad in them. Like, that was in year 10 and year 7. You can change right now. So I want you right now to just forget about that. Don't ever say, I hate these subjects. I never used to do good in this subject. Give yourself a clean slate and say that you can do anything and you can achieve a band 6 in any subject. If you've always sucked at writing essays, no problem. Learn how to write essays better. If you've always been bad at maths, no worries. You just haven't been taught it properly yet. You know, start practicing. Start putting the actual work to get better. Number 2, know your syllabus. There is a performance descriptor for each of your subjects. And what this is it shows you what you need to do in order to get a band 6 in each of your subjects. Have a read through this and really understand it, and then apply what it says. Now, once you've looked at your performance descriptors and understood it, read extensively through the syllabus of each of your subjects. Did you know that any exam question that could possibly ask you has to come from the syllabus? So do you understand how silly it would be to not read the syllabus? Everything comes from it and nothing can come outside of it. So this is why it's very important to understand this, and so many students neglect it. So sit down, read through the syllabus, highlight, look at the keywords, understand what each point is telling you, so that way when you study, you can address everything that you need to address in order to get that band 6. Number 3, prioritization. Not all your subjects are equal, and therefore you should not be putting equal effort into all your subjects. List out and identify the subjects that you struggle on and the subjects that you do good on. And for the subjects that you struggle on, you want to spend more time on these subjects and less time on the subjects you're good at. That being said though, don't make the mistake of completely forgetting about the good subjects. Yes, make sure you do what's required. Make sure you're addressing that subject every week, no matter how good you are at the subject, but just make sure you spend majority of your time on the ones you're struggling at, because if you just focus on the ones you're good at, then the ones that you're struggling on are going to really drag you down. And look, I know before I go on to the next step, I want to let you know that it's going to feel very uncomfortable. When you focus on the subjects you're struggling on, or when you focus on things you're not good at, it feels like you're not doing well. It feels like, oh man, how am I going to get a band 6? I'm struggling so much. But the truth is, the fact that it feels uncomfortable and the fact that it's painful, that's how you know you're doing the right thing. Number 4, scheduling. I've probably mentioned this over 100 times on my TikTok, on my YouTube, my Instagram, and even the people I mentor, but it is absolutely essential that you plan your week and you plan each day. And this is especially important if you want to get a band 6 in every subject. Each week, schedule what subject you're going to do on what day. And remember to follow the rule that I've mentioned before. With each subject, make sure you're addressing that subject again at least once every 3 days. And also remember the previous step I just said, make sure you prioritize, right? So throughout the week, make sure you're doing more of the subject that you struggle with and less of the subjects that you're not struggling with. By scheduling your week, it ensures that you're addressing all your subjects and you're not going through each week not knowing what the hell you just did. And finally, number 5 is reflection. I used to hate doing this because it felt really, really uncomfortable. Just reflecting on your subjects and reflecting on the things you're not good at all, it makes you think once again that you're not going to do well. But truth is, out of all these steps, apart from mindset, the number one thing that allowed me to go from band 4s to band 6s was reflection. You need to reflect on why you do badly. You need to reflect on why you don't write essays well. You need to reflect on why you suck at maths, because it is through reflection that you'll be able to see what you need to do to actually improve. And once you reflected and figured out the things that you're not good at, and you figured out the reasons why you're not scoring high, seek help and focus on those areas. What I used to do too, and I'd really suggest you do the same, is I used to literally go up to my teacher, sit down with them and ask them, what is the thing that is holding me back? What is the reason as to why I'm doing badly? How could you possibly improve if you don't reflect on yourself and see what you need to be improved on? And there you have it, guys. These are the 5 essential ingredients that you need to have in order to succeed and get a band 6 in every one of your subjects. And if you start implementing what I've said in this video today, you too will achieve a band 6 in every subject as long as you actually execute. There's a quote that I absolutely love, and I make every one of my students write it down, is that knowledge is not power, it is potential power. It only becomes power when you apply and use it. So everything I've just said are my proven method. It's what I used and what I figured out, and it's what works, but it won't work if you just watch this video and be like, cool, actually apply it. I'm looking forward to seeing you get a band 6 in all your subjects and achieving the ATAR you want to get, and I will see you in the next video.